All right, let's dive right in. Close your eyes and imagine this for a second. You wake up, you're entirely blind, unbelievably tiny, and, well, completely helpless. You can't see the sprawling African savanna, the dusty brown earth, or the moonlit grasslands waiting for you outside. Nope. All you know is the smell of dry dirt, the suffocating heat of a shared underground den, and just the sheer terrifying weight of vulnerability. In today's explainer, we aren't just looking at wildlife from a safe distance. We are stepping directly into the paws of one of nature's most complex and, honestly, most misunderstood predators.
Welcome to Matriarch, your life in the Hyena clan. We're taking a totally immersive journey today, digging into the legacy, the survival, and the incredibly intense social politics of the spotted hyena. Pulling directly from documentary-style sources, we're going to walk through this exact life cycle. And we're doing it in the second person. Because, honestly, to truly understand the sheer force of will it takes to survive out there, you kind of need to feel like you're the one fighting for your rank.
All right, Section 1. Birth. Vulnerability in the den.
So, we start at the absolute beginning of your story. You are born into a world where everything, and I mean everything, is a threat, and the margin for error is literally zero. And get this, your very first struggle, it isn't against a lion or some big predator. It's actually against your own siblings. In the pitch black of the den, driven by this really deep hunger, you're already fighting for access to your mother's milk. You are totally dependent on her to protect you from whatever is lurking outside. If you aren't strong enough in these first few weeks, well, your story ends right here in the dust.
Moving on to Section 2, Youth, Learning Clan Hierarchy.
Okay, so let's say you survive those crazy early weeks. You finally emerge into that warm, cinematic glow of the sunset savanna. But your playful curiosity is about to slam headfirst into clan law. You see, you've been born into a strict matriarchy in a hyena clan whose social structure actually resembles complex primate societies way more than it does other carnivores. Dominant females dictate absolutely everything: leadership, rank, and most importantly, your opportunities for survival. You've got to learn really quickly who to bow to. You inherit your status directly from your mom. If she's a queen, hey, you're royalty. But if she's at the bottom, your life is going to be an uphill battle every single day.
And the stakes here are absolutely wild. If you're born into a high rank, you literally get first dibs on food at a kill, and you get the safest, most central resting spots. But low rank? Oof, you are relegated to the dangerous outskirts. You're fighting for scraps of bone and hide, all while dodging the aggression of your own family members. Your rank literally dictates your daily calories and your physical safety. You're forced to climb this brutal, unforgiving social ladder before you are even fully grown.
Which brings us to Section 3, Adulthood, Survival, and Status.
All right, the grace period of your youth is officially over. You are thrust into this intense world of desperate hunger and hardcore clan politics where, as the saying goes, you fight to protect your place in the hierarchy. It is not just about finding food anymore, it is entirely about keeping your status. You're enduring punishing droughts, suffering injuries from failed hunts, and facing intense competition from within your own family. Every single interaction you have is a test. If you show weakness, you drop in rank. And if you drop in rank, you might starve. Out here, ambition and jealousy are just as vital to your survival as your teeth and claws.
Next up, Section 4, Apex, Defense, and Clan Politics.
Now, if you manage to climb that ladder and survive, you hit your absolute prime. You're a heavily muscled, seasoned predator executing the most critical part of your night, the hunt. And we need to shatter a myth right now. Forget the whole lazy scavenger idea. Hyenas actually kill the vast majority of their own food. First, you coordinate using this insanely complex symphony of whoops, groans, and yeah, that famous eerie laughter. Then, you track your prey across the moonlit grasslands. You execute a high-speed takedown that requires absolute trust in your clanmates. And finally, you have to defend your hard-won meal from ambushing lions or rival clans drawn in by the scent. It's basically a highly coordinated military operation.
During this apex period, your life is just packed with these huge, dramatic turning points. You aren't just scraping by anymore. You're a cornerstone of the clan. You are leading the charge in bloody territorial battles with rivals. You're standing shoulder to shoulder holding off massive male lions, and you're feeling that deep, visceral triumph of a truly successful hunt. Eventually, you become a parent yourself, passing on your rank and your knowledge to the next generation. All of this while carrying the physical scars of painful losses and some seriously close calls.
Let's just take a quick step back and look at the incredible timeline of everything you've survived. At 1 month old, you're a completely helpless furball trapped in a dusty den. By 1 year, you're mastering complex language and navigating those harsh clan rules. By 3 years, you're a vital gear in this nocturnal hunting machine. And at 5, you are at your absolute peak, a respected leader raising your own legacy. But the savannah is relentless. By the time you hit 10 years, you're facing something that no amount of ambition or rank can defeat: inevitable physical decline.
And that leads us to Section 5, Old Age, a natural end.
Those energetic sprints across the grasslands, they're mostly behind you now. The chaotic nights defending the kill are over, and the pacing of your life really begins to slow down. Heavily scarred from a lifetime of territorial wars and desperate survival, you find yourself resting more on the fringes. You're relying on memories now, watching the younger generation, maybe even your own offspring, take the lead and fight those exact same political battles you once did. And you know there's a quiet dignity here. You played the game of rank, you fought hard, you fed your clan, and now you face a realistic natural ending under the vast African sky.
Well, that brings us to the end of our explainer today. We've walked through the dust, the fear, the incredible triumphs, and the sheer social complexity of the spotted hyena. It is this beautifully brutal existence, completely governed by strict laws and fierce loyalty. So I want to leave you with this to chew on. Knowing everything you know now about the starvation, the intense sibling rivalries, the terrifying lion encounters, and those ruthless matriarchal politics, if you were born into the clan today, how long do you really think you'd survive the hierarchy?